What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and today we're going to be once again going through a bunch of loot I've picked up over the past week. Now, I was planning on doing a trials highlights today. My computer blue screened on me on the 9th game, so crashed everything and the run is gone all corrupted, so hopefully I can record one soon. But if you don't see one, then that is why. But regardless, I want to go through a bunch of stuff I've picked up, mainly focusing on the weapons, of course, looking at the perks, seeing what's good or not. So I've got some strike loot, some Vanguard packages, a ton of Crucible packages, a Crucible weekly bounty, and also some faction packages as well. So I've been grinding quite a lot of Vanguard strikes this week with the modifiers. I made a video on it, and basically they're really fun. You can hop in a Void Walker with nothing manacles, and you have a load of fun throwing grenades. So I've been farming quite a lot of Vanguard. I made a video which link in the description if you want to see that. But essentially Vanguard farming is really fun as I've been doing that, and luckily I managed to get a really nice piece of strike loot, and that is a 335 grasp of Malok. The perks on this are the Eye of the Storm, Perfect Balance, Race Frame also in the middle, and Third Eye is the final one. This is a really good roll. Eye of the Storm isn't too great, but it's got amazing perks, and it's got the perfect red dot scope, which is definitely the best one. I didn't get a chance to farm the Grasp of Malok, unfortunately, when Omnigul was the Nightfall. I was actually in LA for 2 weeks, so I couldn't go and farm a ton of them, but this is actually a pretty decent roll for just one random one that dropped in a strike. I do actually have a very good version of the Grasp myself that I got a while ago, but this thing in itself is actually pretty decent, especially for a random drop, and it's got a lot of stability perks and also Third Eye, which I don't normally like, but on a close range weapon like this, I think it's definitely a very good addition to the weapon. So pretty happy with this roll in general. So I've got two packages. The first one completely disappointing, just a bond, so nothing really much we can say about that. But the next one is a lot more impressive. We've got not like the others at Scout Rifle. This thing came with crowd control and hidden hand, so some really impressive perks. I'm definitely going to try this thing out. It's the 37 and 48 impact to fire rate ratio, so it's basically a medium fire rate weapon. Same as the Dis 43 if you know what that fires like. But this thing is pretty cool and the perks are really impressive. I've never owned one of these things before, they're not like the others, but it's a really nice roll, so I definitely have to give this thing a go. Now moving on to those Crucible packages. The first one, I got some Warlock Gauntlets with Strength and Discipline and Auto Rifle Reload, so nothing too great right there. Probably dismantle these. The next one gave me a Panther Ray Fusion Rifle. Like I said before, this thing's a pretty decent weapon and definitely very good if you get the right perks. I unfortunately did not. I got Battle Runner and Icarus, so pretty awful right there. The next one gave me a Ruin Wake with Danger Close and Grenadier, so once again, pretty awful perks. The Ruin Wake as a weapon is actually really good. Definitely very reliable and a solid machine gun at that. One of the first ever machine guns and first legendary weapons I got in the Taken King. So I've kept mine around for a very long time. I got one with Counterbalance back in the day and I pretty much never dismantled it. It's a really reliable weapon in PvE and also Crucible. I stopped using it when I got my Quillam's Terminus for the first time from the raid, but this regardless is still a very good weapon. The next one gave me a Zombie Apocalypse once again, which is a weapon I've been after for a while and definitely one with good perks on it, but this is not that one. Also some pretty awful rolls, Life Support and Hot Swap. The middle column does have Hand Ace stock, which is decent for the stability, but Life Support is not really a perk that I'm a fan of, and Hot Swap I don't think is too great on machine guns, so probably going to dismantle this one as well. And the last one is purely disappointing, a Crucible helmet for about the 40th time on my Hunter. So finally, let's look at the Crucible Weekly Bounty. I got a 334 Split Shifter Pro. This is the kind of fusion rifle with a very fast rate of fire and lower impact. And the perks on this one came with Danger Close and Eye of the Storm, so nothing too great. I'll probably use it as infusion fuel. So finally, let's look at some faction packages. I got a Future Warcop package, which gave me a variable machine gun and a shader, which I'll take a look at in a second. But this machine gun came with hipfire and crowd control, so pretty decent. I'm definitely going to keep this thing around and maybe try it out. I'm a fan of any machine gun that's got crowd control, and this to me kind of looks like a PvE weapon, so I'm going to give this thing a go and see how it fares. The shader that I got is called Babylon 9191, and this is pretty ugly if I'm honest. Am I the only one who thinks these shaders from Future Warcop are beyond ugly? Like, I'm not even sure if I've seen anyone rock these things. The color schemes just seem so off with the brown and the purple. It just seems so weird. I have no idea why anyone will rock these things, but that's that anyway, the Babylon shader. We also got a chest piece for the Warlock with Discipline and Strength, hand cannon and sniper ammo, and also arc armor. Now moving on to Dead Orbit finally, we got an extra solar sniper. I got one of these things before, which I was really excited for because it came with really good perks, but strangely enough, this thing in the middle of the weapon was actually in the way of the scope. It sounds very weird, but I think I was using the short gaze 10 scope, and this kind of middle object of the weapon was just sticking up in the middle of the scope, and it was really distracting. So not a very good sniper in my opinion, and I definitely dismantled that thing straight away. And then the final Dead Orbit package, we got a Series Lost rocket launcher. This thing came with Danger Close and Grenades and Horseshoes. Pretty decent in terms of velocity and blast radius, but of course I've got to choose it, so it's not really going to compare to that. But in terms of legendary weapon, it's pretty decent, and of course Grenades and Horseshoes is one of the best perks you can get for it. So that has been a loot roundup of all the stuff I've picked up recently. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and also comment down below anything you've gotten recently that you're already happy with, any god roll weapons. I'd love to see those in the comments. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.